Welcome back to our YouTube channel. We're thrilled you've joined us as we continue our coverage of the Lamborghini. I'm really looking forward to it because we've set the bar pretty high for this episode. We actually want to make the car drive forward and backward under its own power. That's going to be a challenge because we're really going to have to get a lot of things done to make this car work properly. The car starts but hasn't been driven yet. This will be the first time. I'm really excited. We'll begin with the air filter housing. We've already partially taken it apart. We're also going to spray it with a special coating. We'll start with this, allowing it to dry well before continuing work in the Lamborghini's engine bay. Let's get to it. We're making great progress, guys. We just sprayed the air filter housing outside on the street. The strong, overpowering smell made it unsuitable for the workshop. It was also a tactile issue, so we just sprayed that outside on the street. Of course, we also reinstalled the exhaust. We had to remove it to install the stone guard. Everything is secured properly. We don't need to touch those anymore. Later, we only need to repair one connector here. This one. Then we can put in an air floor. A mat's in. Then this chapter is closed. Of course, the air floor will be replaced with something else in the future. That's also the reason we're not having it recoated. He'll probably get a carbon air filter housing. We'll do that later. So first we're going to install new stabilizer bars and bleed our brakes. Then the car can be on the ground, and that's done too. Let's continue. As shown, the stabilizer bar has significant burnt plastic, making it unsightly. We have 2 new replacements. It looks great again, which is exactly what we want. Let's proceed. So guys, we have brake pressure again, which means we can put our wheels back on the car. But honestly, this setup, also we pumped up the tires for a bit, because the front left was completely flat, right? Even though it's actually powder coated and just freshly mounted, it was completely deflated. So we need to check that out. But I can see it now, it looks super cool. You can see it for yourselves. Dear viewers, our time is up for today as well. What we're going to do tomorrow is, we actually found a ground cable in the box where all our screws were. This ground cable, I have to be honest with you, we checked the forum for a bit, Lamborghini talk, and there are people who get an e-gear problem after a battery change. So that's also possible, because Lamborghinis are super sensitive to poorly connected battery terminals. We need to ensure everything is properly tightened, not just pressed on like last time. Don't forget the ground cable too. So hopefully that will solve our e-gear problem. And for those who don't follow us on Instagram, Twins TV, yeah, that's too bad because we actually let the car run here in the workshop for 10 to 12 minutes. We discovered that a coolant hose was leaking. We've purchased new hoses to fix the issue. We're going to replace those and hopefully we can just do a test run. Because the car is on its wheels, the brakes are pressurized. Oh no, we need to install the air filter housing? Yeah, but we've painted it.
We have...
Let's allow the paint to cure a bit longer. We'll continue tomorrow, fresh and ready. See you then. Viewers, I'm thrilled. You've seen plenty of today's footage already, like me installing the ground cable on the car. That's really a massive ground cable. Hopefully that will solve our e-gear problem. I also fixed the wiring harness for the left taillight. That just looks new, just like factory wiring. We also connected the sockets, so we won't get any errors on the dashboard. Exactly, and of course, we also took care of the temporary fixes. For example, we put some connectors on here. We don't have any more errors on the dashboard. What do you think of our air filter box? Not the prettiest, but it gets the job done. We've connected it temporarily because it actually belongs on the X-brace, on this one. But yeah, we'll install that later. I just hope I can do a test drive today. That's what you promised. And we think it's a really exciting moment. Of course, our new battery is always on the trickle charger. That way, the battery stays nice and strong, and we only have two things left to do. We're going to repair our coolant line and install the battery. And guys, are we really gonna drive the car forward and backward today? I'm really curious. Let's go.
Singing and music.
The tension is palpable. I'm both excited and nervous. Episode 28. Will we manage to drive the Lambo a few meters forward? I don't know. At least we've done everything we could to make it happen. Hapa. 6 months in, we're still unsure what we got ourselves into when we purchased this car. The journey continues to surprise us. Now we have a pretty good idea where we are. Yeah, first we're going to see if the car will go into first gear. Alright. Here, Paul. Does that one work? Yes. Just to the right, you have to do it moderately in his hands. On your sport? Yes, sport. And then flip to the right to plus. Look, the first gear works. The second gear works. The third gear works. That means we might be able to drive forward. Let's start. I'll put you on a tripod for a moment so I can check everything in the meantime.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, fantastic news. I'm literally shaking from adrenaline. Adrenaline? We moved forward for the first few meters. I decided to test reverse immediately after, because it had just moved on its own. The clutch just felt good. I did have to, unlike with a normal automatic where you just release the brake and it starts moving, with this one you really had to give it some gas. The throttle response was decent, albeit a bit blue. It likely needs to run longer to improve. And outside with the car, and maybe just go outside. Guys, I just can't believe it. Are we going outside with the car? Let's go, man. I can't wait any longer. Okay, let's go then. I haven't been this relaxed in a long time. We've made some space, guys. We're going outside. What did you say?
The temperatures are good.
I can't get enough of it, guys. He's on both sides. Keep checking everything continuously to make sure everything is still properly closed, of course, and that we've secured it well. First few meters, guys. Swinger or faster do it too. Should I deliver?
Please.
I'll film your first meters in the Lambo, man. I've never driven one before. How does it work? Going well. Wow guys, what fantastic news. Now that I know the car just works, I can park it however I want. It's just a dream come true. We still have to do a few things like fix the brakes because they're pretty spongy, and also maybe look for someone like a steering specialist. The steering feels heavy, possibly due to incorrect hose placement. Remember, it's just a dream. Squeeze it. Guys, also follow us on Instagram at twintelevision_. That's where we post content that doesn't end up on YouTube. Mostly on our story. Don't forget to subscribe. And give a thumbs up if you think the project was really successful. You'll see us again next Friday with a new Lambo episode. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet, but we're definitely going to make another fun episode for you. See you then.